Passengers lining up for their flight to Toronto were treated to a special ceremony before they took to the skies. For the second time in history, today's flight, AC-34, has a crew that's entirely Indigenous. For James Hemsworth, who is the manager of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation for Air Canada, he says it's exciting to see how far so many Indigenous people have come.
When the first Europeans came to North America, we were the guides, we were the healers, we took care of them. And Air Canada still does that in the sky, with our crews, and we give you the best care we can. And having an Indigenous crew just emphasizes that, just brings that home. It's full circle.
All right, everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Everyone here is a veteran in their field, with some having been with the company for over 27 years. For First Officer Victor Tababadung, he says he came from a low-income family and he worked hard to get here, and he's proud of what he has been able to accomplish with his career over the last 18 years. He even hand-beaded this Air Canada medallion himself to combine his love of flying and his culture.
It's a lot of work to get to this point, so being able to do that and travel the world and fly through the sky is pretty amazing. So yeah, it's really, really enriching experience, very uplifting, you're flying like a bird, right?
Karen Chapman is from the Cowichan tribes on Vancouver Island. She is the in-flight service director and says being with Air Canada for the last 25 years has been a very rewarding career.
It makes us very proud that we get to represent our communities, and we also get to represent our company. The world is a big place. There's so much to see out there, so we get very excited when we get to go into Indigenous communities and we get to do presentations to Indigenous youth about working for the airline industry, because there is a lot to see.
Melanie Cormier is from Bearskin Lake First Nation in Ontario. She has been flying for 27 years. She says flying for Air Canada has changed her life in more ways than one.
I grew up in the North End in Winnipeg, and I never had dreams of aspiring to become a flight attendant. So for something like this to happen to someone who grew up, in a poverty in North End of Winnipeg, if you're from Winnipeg, just to see this and then have this whole new life, that you never would have dreamed possible. So it's normally out of reach for a lot of our people.
And for James, his position was created after Air Canada wouldn't allow the APTN National chief to travel with her headdress last year. Since then, James says the company has made a huge effort to be more inclusive for Indigenous people. Robin Hemsworth is not only a stewardess, but also the daughter of James.
A lot has been changing. My dad has been doing a lot. I'm super proud of everything he's been doing.
Members of the Musqueam Nation went on board the plane and drummed a song and brushed it off with cedar before flight AC-35 took off, bound for Toronto. Tina House, APTN National News, Vancouver.